So now there aren't safe zones in Gaza, but deconfliction areas, which means what? Anyways, like, they're just creating a new term in order to make it seem like what is going on isn't what is going on.
Combat
And
operations.
lastly, my last question, on Monday, when I asked you about, where should the Palestinians go, and you said there are designated UN centers to go to. Well, apparently the spokesperson for the United Nations, Stefan Dujarric, whom you know, repudiated that yesterday, or refuted that. He said, let's be clear, there are no UN designated safe zones in Gaza. I think all my senior colleagues have been very clear, including the Secretary General, saying there are no safe places in Gaza. There are shelters that fly the UN flag that are sheltering thousands and thousands and thousands of people, men, women, and children who are trying to stay alive and get some food, get some water. We have seen since the beginning of this conflict that those places that fly the UN flag have not been safe either. You comment on that?
So,
Yeah, even if a person goes into a UN shelter, the Israeli government will still bomb that place. So, like, no matter where somebody claims to be a safe zone, the Israeli government doesn't care because they don't care about international law or if a person is innocent or not.
I will say, first of all, I did not say that there were safe zones. That is a very different concept.
said there were safe zones.
Saeed, again, can we just establish a ground rule that I won't interrupt you and you won't interrupt me? I did not say that there were safe zones. That is a different concept. We have seen earlier in this conflict the idea of safe zones, and what instead we have moved to, what we have supported, are areas that are deconfliction sites, and there are sites that are UN flagged facilities that Israel is aware where those sites are. Israel has.
Yeah, they know where these sites are, and they bomb them. This is what he just said, that the UN has spoken about the Israeli government bombing places with UN flags. Why are they allowed to do this?
Has placed them on deconfliction lists, and Israel is not supposed to target those sites. That is what I was referring to. We continue to support people moving to those sites where they can be safe from harm. But again, we recognize.
Safe from harm? How are they safe from harm when the Israeli government is still bombing them? This is something that the United States, people in the United States, I should say, like to ignore, because it means that they can't defend the Israeli government, because if the Israeli government is attacking UN shelters, that means they're attacking innocent people and breaking international law.
It's the very difficult situation on the ground and the very difficult choices that many Palestinian civilians are having to make every day.
Can you just follow up on
Yeah.
that? You're making a distinction between the safe zone and the area of deconfliction?
So just to be very clear, so there has been ideas at one point of safe zones, entire areas. There's this area over near the beach, an entire area that looks more like a refugee camp that
You're talking
I'm talking
size
about it's not just size. There, instead of like designated, it's neighborhoods where the Israel is not conducting operations. So you've seen them flag areas where they intend to conduct major combat operations, told people to leave those areas, go to other areas where they are not currently conducting operations. In addition to that, there are facilities, schools and other places, UN sites, UNRWA sites, where people are taking shelter, and those sites are on deconfliction lists and are not supposed to be struck by the Israeli army. That's what I was.
What is a deconfliction list? What does it mean to deconflict something? A deconfliction area? What is this new bullshit term that we created?